Yo, what's good everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are live here on Genshin Impact tonight, not for too long, but we here. Alright, what's up? Genshin, you've been coming into my stream asking this all the time, Bank. It's Genshin Impact. It's a game I used to play a long time ago. Just starting to get back into it now. We'll be playing it currently. You guys aren't on Fortnite tonight, and I won't be streaming tomorrow most likely, but on Sunday I'll be back. I'm probably on Fortnite on Sunday, so let's do something tonight, because I won't be on too long anyway. Maybe 2-3 hours at most. So we'll be continuing the main quest for Fountaine, Act 5, Masquerade of the Guilty. Need to go to the Fortress of Meripede. Just like that, I got a quest. And ooh, we got 900. That's a lot. And some gems. So I'll do that.
Every journey has
when I get time. Right now, we're just trying to finish the main quest, and we'll see what we can do after. I delayed it for over 2 years, so might as well get it finished now.
Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two. Is there something you wish to see me about?
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just now?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, it seems it came from the surface. Over the years of serving as the warden here, I have developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the seal that Monsieur Neuvillette set in place won't fail so easily.
So the fortress...
If you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would...
Huh, you've got a point. Okay, seems we need to get back up to the surface and ask about what... by the way...
I believe today is this month's pipe cleaning day.
Wait, seriously?
Ah, yes.
Yep. It's you two. Are you leaving now? That's right. Today is our last day in prison. But now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we were confined here. It's actually been pretty nice.
Nice.
Oh
in
yeah,
prison.
Paimon
Yeah,
feels
right.
fond of this place now. Then be sure to come back and visit. I'll miss you.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go. The guards will escort you out.
You're not going to see it?
I knew you'd ask.
Well, you actually agreed. No work.
Ah, so you do have a...
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Yeah, don't worry. We'll come back to see you. Paimon...
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best to stay out of... Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Meripede is finished. That we should probably go... You're going to see Monsieur Neuvillette?
I'm sure just your regards will do.
I believe it would be the polite...
You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope he hasn't been overwhelmed by the recent string of troubles.
Actually, how many weapons do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's quite a lot I got. How many gems do you have for some wishes? We got 1,000. What's another 1,000? Like 300 something more. Just testing something, I think.
Stay close.
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt! Huh? Oh, it's you two. Apologies. Monsieur Neuvillette did say you'd be welcome at any time.
Excuse me. Would you mind helping me take...
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hand...
Everyone's so busy. Seems a lot has been happening.
Mm-hmm.
Neuvillette!
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are some urgent matters I must tend. In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside know.
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his...
All right. That should...
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day you were released from the Fortress of Meripede. And it appears that you've managed to complete all the release paperwork.
That's right. And we came here to... Do you have any idea what that might...
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the primordial sea. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of TEYVAT. Therefore, we can only assume that Child is presently immersed in primordial seawater.
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how?
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself. Yes? What is it?
Ah, right. We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about...
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. The source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose at an alarming rate.
The water levels rose? Oh no. What about all the people there?
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time, and have already returned to normal now. However, I still have a bad feeling about the whole phenomenon. If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check...
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans. I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first.
There's no time to lose. Let's get going.
Please be careful.
Paimon's voice sometimes sounds like an old lady, and then other times it sounds like a young girl. It's so weird.
Oh no. What happened? Navia should be around here. We haven't seen a single soul all the way here.
What will I ever do now?
Look, there's someone on the...
Just stay put. We're coming up. Watch your balance.
All right, just hurry. I'm not young anymore. How will I survive on my own? My Desiree!
He looks pretty sad.
My leg. My How could this have...
Just hang in there. Help is on the way. You can hold my...
Oh, it's Navia. She's over there. Hey, Navia,
Yo, Tana, what's
are
up?
you okay?
You're here.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson.
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose. It caused quite the disturbance, in fact.
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to...
He's wounded?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground,
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1, and tell him to take the wounded resident...
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
All right. You'll be in charge. I'm sorry.
This...
Right. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded on an aquabus. But before we knew it, water started pouring out from everywhere. The rushing water seemed everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic. The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been... The water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater. So the lower levels of Poisson, no one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our best to help evacuate the residents. We still haven't completed the...
How awful. And
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything that just happened was a bad...
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
Thank you for being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You...
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Demoiselle! We've got a situation here!
Sorry. I need to go for now.
And off she goes.
Okay. The wounded are being tended to, and we finished a preliminary head count. More support has just arrived. Of course, we should remain ready for anything, and continue doing our best to rescue others. Traveler, Paimon,
Huh? Right now?
thank you.
What? I hate how these things are locked behind quests, and you pick up quests randomly when you go, and it's locked behind another quest. So now I need to do this quest first before I can do that other quest. Great. I mean, I know I have to finish them all eventually, but it's still just mad annoying. See if we can just get this out fast and continue back to our next one.
Sorry.
It's been a while, and we're working as Lenny's temporary assistants in the...
Thank you. So, what's this? Nope. I've been here a while, and she...
How bizarre. Well, we won't get anywhere by step... Excuse me.
Gemma,
You mean Caesar?
I'm just trying to...
Yeah, she does. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week. I asked her what she was doing once. She knows he's gone and can't hear her from the grave.
She's been doing this ever since Caesar...
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity. I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death, but if I'm honest, I think this is all so... Anyway, all of that... Well, that's everything I know.
All right, well...
You're welcome.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom...
You're kidding.
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news, but what if? Just hypothetically, I mean. What if...
Called it. Seriously, 10 years ago, on the day it all went down, I said to myself, you know what? This guy's been set up. The Caesar I knew was a good...
Oh, please. Weren't you the...
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Crazy.
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing. We're actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're...
You've come to the right people. Yep, he was a great magician. The best trick I ever saw him. I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once. But...
I saw him perform too. He always used to bring some gifts along for the kids who came to watch his show. Sometimes, he even got the kids to write...
Huh. He doesn't...
But after he died, there were also rumors that he used the... As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel...
Whatever the case, now that the Weasel is back, Caesar's be... I bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar... No, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's...
So that's Gemma. Wait. It looks...
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid. We mean no harm. It looks like you're injured.
Thanks for your concern. But you didn't answer my question. Who are you?
My name is Linny, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler. We're investigating the Phantom Weasel.
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he's still lit, you knew Caesar better than anyone. I promise you can trust us. Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so going back 10 years...
No.
Got it.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be...
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her.
She's lying. She definitely knows something.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers. In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day.
Still locked.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation...
Right. That's how things...
Navia?
No, let me continue.
Navia, what's wrong?
Sorry. I just... Malus and Silver... They won't...
Huh? What happened to them?
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan. They were helping and... I've known them for so... I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver...
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
Ah, how could Master ever be upset with you, Demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed.
Buying yourself a plot in it?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Cal.
Hey!
I'm quite serious. That way, it will...
That makes sense. In that case...
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, TEYVAT...
Personally, I believe we feel...
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I promised to let them rest. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess.
Paimon doesn't...
I had always thought I could make my wishes. Malus and Silver have... I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia.
By the way, you can have a look at this.
Obana... Khan... So...
It's okay. I know the overall outcome indicates that the cost...
Right! Don't think that way, Navia.
Excuse me?
One person might be... Malus and Silver were not...
You're right. What you said just now
Thanks
was...
for liking live.
Pretty...
Oh!
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
The knave?
Ah. Is everything going well on your side?
Yes. My people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents
Appreciate
of
that, man.
Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground. As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you. Very...
Wait. Do you two know each other?
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter. That doesn't quite fit this time. Thanks to the knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you...
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of...
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful. As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy. Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that.
Without your help, there would have been...
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did everything you could. As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to...
You're right. I'm sorry. Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's...
So, you're one...
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Terre. I still have some things... By the way, Traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll just... huh?
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. Traveler, I'm sure you remember. You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the Fortress of Merapi. Indeed. Allow me to share the latest. During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some... Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the... My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploits.
So that's why the Fatui were already...
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremen... Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you, which is why I want to give you this task. The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though you are not from the house. I'm sure you already understand how earnest...
Oh!
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price.
Got it! So all we gotta do is...
Excuse me, but May I tag along?
You wish to join, Miss Not?
But are you sure you're up to explore?
Well, I'm sad. There's no point in being depressed while we... Besides, I'm also doing this for my...
Since you put it that way, I have no objections. What? All right. The ruin...
Okay, the three of us...
So it's set to go here. Let's see real quick before we do that. Okay, so this quest is active. I just wanted to make sure it was active before we continue doing anything. Because if you don't keep them active, I'll forget about them. So. Continue on with the main quest. Masquerade of the Guilty. Probably do that other quest tomorrow. Once you're able to get an extra 10 wishes, we will be making a wish. We'll keep wishing on this banner. And hopefully we'll get the armor.
and...
They seem to be pretty ancient,
Your face is
alright.
also...
Let's go in and have...
Just be careful.
From what bank? It depends. I like story games. A lot of people don't like story games, you know? There's another game I'll be playing soon. Probably in about a month, maybe less. Gonna buy it. As well. It's just a filler for now.
Stabilize!
There is no escape!
The wind knows me.
Illusion shattered!
Let's move out.
Wind strike!
About an interdimensional traveler who accidentally got stuck in this world. I don't know, is adventuring through this world to find his sister.
Floor here isn't safe.
Solidify! Into the wind!
Shine down!
Yeah, what's up, fight? Nothing over here.
Time to go.
Yeah, I'm just on for a show tonight. I would play Fort, but no one's on. I'll play Fort on Sunday when I'm streaming again.
This place has also been contaminated
I'm not
by
streaming
primordial seawater.
Yeah,
Oh, good night, man.
and a lot of it, too. A Fontainian would most likely dissolve the moment.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't be a... don't get Paimon wrong.
No, you're right. I can't do anything. That complicates things.
In that case...
The water levels here are unstable. I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just...
All right. Oh no, it's a dead end! Let's try climbing over from the side.
Crumble! The wind knows me. Into the wind.
How can I get on the walls? What?
Time to go.
It's making me go like this. Okay.
There's something wrong with this bridge!
My girl is in heels, I'm running and jumping like an athlete. Oh no. She did it.
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself?
Maybe she just wants some...
Yes, it would have...
That's quite possible.
Oh. This is a familiar...
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. I was just trying...
Do you remember Mr. Giverny?
We were headed to see how...
Ah, right.
Oh? Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too.
How...
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those they were knocking at my door day and...
Sometimes, for...
That's...
Oh, yes. What, Miss Navia? These are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. I don't know what we would have done without your help.
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants.
Very well.
Wait. Excuse me. That's right. No, it's nothing. This is I've heard this. And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time, Demoiselle.
Huh? We do?
Well, now, did...
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been
My trial?
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle. It's just about...
Oh?
Look, it's Navia!
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness. Everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly... excited about something. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. Where? And as for the judge... huh? Where's Monsieur Neuvillette?
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right. But...
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed.
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on. Do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering!
My dear Miss Navia, have you... As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor, the head of the Spina di Rasula, someone held in high regard by every soul in Poisson. After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out to you for help, not only you, but your butler, your subordinate... Yes, correct. We are one big family. Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall stay here. You will be together with us forever.
Huh? What are you saying? Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed done a lot for my hometown, and I would be willing to be with you all, but what is the purpose of having me stay?
Oh, well, if that's what you think, then I'll...
How
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now. Yes, I get it. This trial is...
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's guilty!
Stay here, Navia! You're one of...
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means...
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mistress Rom...
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has...
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of it. Please do not mistake her...
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontainians here. This, even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful soul must return to... Everything is measured here in the nation of Hydro. Now, I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We...
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals?
Do you mean to defy our...
If your justice is flawed, then why...
As you said, we can also have our own justice. And that...
Demoiselle.
Silver, I remember now. Everything that seemed Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen,
And all the people
and
that
Mr.
dissolved.
Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid. And
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be? Don't let them escape!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
Definitely has been a while.
What are you saying?
No more excuses!
She says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent
What's with these people? Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us!
Miss Navi... Silence.
That's...
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this...
Our thanks.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia.
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave.
Loose.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Malus. Silver.
Quickly, you must...
Goodbye.
Farewell. This traveler saved her. Something like that.
No, wait! Just a second!
Hey! Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive.
It looks like you're all...
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare?
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward... You were just about to be... I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second. But they gave me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you.
Wait! Did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
Perhaps those 2 Oceanids...
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me. To think that they'd keep doing so...
Please come with me.
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right.
Why do you look so stiff? Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward.
I merely thought that we should give no...
Huh? Why didn't you just...
Sigewinne. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the fortress of Merib...
No way, don't worry.
I see. Well, that is good.
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even though Sigewinne made him do that.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. So, Neuvillette...
She's the Hydro
isn't
Dragon.
going anywhere.
Of course he can swim.
Let's try something else.
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents evacuate. They had even transported a... Amid my astonishment, I ran into the nave.
Yeah, we originally planned to meet up with you, but we thought you might still be
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
All right! Another one joins the party! Let's get going then!
You don't want a big bad dragon in your pocket.
Time to go.
Come on, man.
with nature.
Cheers.
Watch out! There are rocks falling over here! Seems we're almost at the top. Keep it up!
Solidify!
Shine down!
Rust and rebuild!
As one with wind and cloud.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Time to go.
Blocks you from exploring too far, it seems.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden...
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Stone slates. It seems...
Perhaps we should just leave them be.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate...
The surrounding...
There's something written below. Let Paimon see. Reason?
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here.
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy.
There's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated. And there's a whole bunch of other people behind her doing the same.
And is that Lady Farina in the 3rd image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
And is that a ring of people around her?
The 4th image. I know this one. This exactly matches the content of the...
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain. More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover...
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Nervalette.
Ooh, the Paimon's getting the chills just... This says that it's the history of the future.
I really...
Still...
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the 4th, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the 3rd? Where the Hydro Archon herself falls into...
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the 3rd image. That means that the person in the 2nd image...
Egeria, then. I had never met the previous Archon kneeling before the floating island.
Did she herself commit that sin? Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all.
But who would have created...
It
seems that any further clues will have to...
In that case, there's no time to lose.
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
I got a big old chest.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina. You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for yourself.
You still have energy?
Just head back to...
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work. Traveler, I will go talk to Farina tomorrow morning. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office.
Are you really gonna...
She has long been harboring secrets, and will not give them up easily.
Alright, we'll leave it...
I will be careful.
Traveler, Paimon. Our safe house at the Fluvson. Alright.
More gems. Yay. Oh, what's it blocked by? Ugh. These quests are annoying for me, you know? Alright, so we gotta do this one real quick before we can continue the other one, so let's do this real quick. There's that guy in the corner there, in the bollard. I also talked to, we were doing this earlier. Bro is slow as fuck. What's up, Maddie? Let's continue with the masquerade of the guilty. We'll deal with the other stuff later. Doing that main quest first and foremost.
We're finally back!
Welcome back.
Yay! And there's good food too! Hyman's already starting to...
Oh, that voice.
From Mona?
Is that...
Huh?
It's you two. What are you... Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got time.
Still, we didn't expect it.
Well, I have some business to attend to here. Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing. Either way, the old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step... There was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at astrology, so I changed my name to what it is now according to her wishes. To my surprise... Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it...
Wow! Imagine including a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna...
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well. Astromancer.
Whoa, that's a lot.
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech, the thrice as great scholar of the stars. Just
thrice as great?
I know, right? That's just how she is. She used to call herself Magistus, actually, but when she took me in, she changed her name to Trismegistus.
Talk about it.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it. You can look into it.
That sounds terrible! But anyway, you're not Fontainian, are you, Mona?
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents...
Oh, that's a good thing then.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here. There's something ominous about it. The water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel and speak about the circulation of the prophecy as an astrologist. The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go a long way to make things more certain and less scary.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of all TEYVAT. Ascertaining this is akin to reading the fortune of the whole world. I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone... But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful.
A visionary?
Of course. The old hag could do it, and
Thanks, Mona.
Oh, well.
That's the greatest of it.
Indeed.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks. If Paimon hadn't spoken for you, it'd be you getting all the weird looks. That's more like... Good morning. To be honest, Paimon's still feeling kind of... But it's time to get...
Time to go.
You're here! It's Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina. They...
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not? Look at this. This is a little...
You mean...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster. And I will say this once more. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates and some ink...
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that, but you found that...
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates. The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the...
I don't.
I'll ask you again. My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize...
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. I understand your concerns, but...
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Farina, but I have long known of your various secret... There are several indications that you have been... This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor...
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't think you were that type. Well, since you know about my secret investigation, there's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudex, but you're still my subordinate. Just trust in me. You're Archon, and do as I say. That's all I have to say. We do not Oh!
And she runs away.
Did Farina not notice us standing by the door?
I assume you've been outside...
Oh! You know...
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Still, I do not understand. Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. We may have to create a situation.
Oh?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial.
But Farina's seen so many trials, and she's...
We will need to consider this thoroughly. If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair. This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in... But who will...
Well, that's everyone. Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster.
And here you are, drinking tea like...
That's what family should do.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for...
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about...
Me?
Then, how about you, good...
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it...
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things.
That was a little long-winded, don't you think?
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to... As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be...
Oh?
Well, it's just an expression, really. One that I just learned from Chlorand. And used on...
Huh? Did it...
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to...
I see.
He is glad that you consider him your...
In that case, do any of you have experience? Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger. As for Lynette, Oh, right. You were sick that day, weren't you?
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters. Though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus. Today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. They even left a unique methodology of hunting in their... A trap comprises of the following components. Bait. So, if we were to build a trap to get...
For me, I would prefer something... Our line of work requires a...
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you?
Yes, and I even managed to gather some...
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I...
And I can be there...
With discretion...
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal. I remember that you liked those too.
I did. And that would be a good way...
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear I...
That makes sense. But I do have one more quick... If we were to create a trap now...
I would like for it to be effective, but...
Kind, as always. However, if we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also...
Wait... What?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it.
Huh. We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, but we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god.
Oh...
It's been a tough few days, Paimon and Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks... well, it's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience. After all, you're the most reliable person in the world. Did you just... Paimon's never seen...
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining you.
Who's that boy? Wait, you...
The voice from the sky, You're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously. Consider me a past... The prophecy. Yes. What has been...
What?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in TEYVAT so easily be changed? Ah. So you've caught on. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of are the things that you shall...
What is she talking...
I believe that you understand. Ultimately, fate shall serve as your own... This was good tea by the...
The voice. Hey, it's you!
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively band. Fine, just fine. Not all Fontainians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong. Why, yes. It was... I'm in full support of her
That's right!
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before. Huh? Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
She said that even the god's gaze has blind...
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. As for the mage named N, the old hat, but I've never met her. And if she were still alive, she'd be... well...
Whoa. The Hexen Circle sounds like a...
Their abilities alone are pretty terrifying.
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but... I suspect perhaps it is something that... Traveler,
Oh, we're fine.
I see. I guess you could consider me someone who has often but even so, I still hope perhaps that's what En was trying to tell you. I did originally think of steering clear of all this, but
Huh. You do have a point.
There I go, talking about astrological It was worth trying to comfort you. I suppose that might be what...
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said. Hey, Traveler. Paimon, let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
Over here.
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. They should be at a cafe right now. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us.
Goodbye, Doughboy.
So, we need a contingency plan. Today, we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil and assistant. When Caesar passed away, all the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned to their rightful... Before long, Lorenzo was the next big magician in town. His fame... I had to pull...
Time to go.
Huh? Let Paimon see! The underwater stronghold, my recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report. A blonde adventurer with their white fairy, legends trail. So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop, Charlotte took so she hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at... Ugh, seriously?
Time to go. Time to go.
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people.
My apologies. These 2 are my...
Oh, forget the pleasantries. Just sit.
Get a load of this guy.
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians. Do me a...
Much obliged, sir. Yesterday morning, a warning letter. I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure...
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the weasel and he's been...
Please, sir, no need...
Possibility, it's a fact. The weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that. Investigation, it'll lead you nowhere.
Oh, sir, my pride is a...
Your pride?
I want to find out the...
What would that...
Uh-oh. This is...
Lorenzo? Is that...
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on! You can't be all...
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it. Now get out of my face and go be drunk somewhere else.
sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey! This is your first... and he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40, 30, something? Anyway, point is, a lot older than when he first got rejected by the girl he was into.
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you.
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Linny, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather...
Totally! He's gotta be hiding.
I think so too. That guy Edmondo seems to...
Time to go.
You okay there?
Oh, it's you guys. I say wait.
So, he was...
Hey! Don't go prying into...
What kind of bad...
Don't even... And that's not a...
And there he goes.
Shh! Don't say anything and don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards. We'd better take this elsewhere.
Hey, quick! Look! That's the limited edition, only 16 slices a day cake! It was so delicious the last time...
One slice of cake, please.
Someone showed up after all! Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too?
Wait, did he...
That's right. Even he has his own preference.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily schedule.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would...
But why would it close?
Well, Paimon doesn't know either, but...
Oh, the prophecy. To be honest, I haven't paid much attention to that. No, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat some...
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have... These 2 slices are for you. Sijuin said that this kind...
Oh, you know Sijuin?
I sure do. She was born before me. She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily. Yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them. I've got something else to do, so...
And there she goes. All right, let's dig in. I'm sure this cake will be delicious. It's more delicious than last time. And the flavor gets even better with the sip of tea. It sure would be nice if we could come again tomorrow. Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious food here.
worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to... It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you.
Really? Oh, Paimon knows you're not like...
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden?
When Mona mentioned you,
I see. It seems... So, she mentioned me?
She said that you're a real daredevil of a...
Nice. In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary traveler and Paimon?
Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't count?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography.
Yeah, are we even qualified enough?
Why not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it. But not right now, of course. I'll need a few days to prepare.
Oh, in that case, we'll just chat when you have the time then?
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for lighting, a venue, some props, and... Whew, so much to get done now. Talk to you later.
Wait, Charlotte, Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If, just for example, Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow, what would you do today?
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow. If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily. From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over such an end. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy. Just think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person, then the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless. And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon... I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic. But I do love my job, and I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind. I guess you could say that I was born to be a journalist. But anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
That's so nice. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we? The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty... Paimon's been thinking. If it wasn't Fontaine, but all of TEYVAT that would be destroyed tomorrow, where would we go and what would we do? No, Paimon should ask, if you could choose, what... We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time... You mean, still traveling? Huh. Wait, isn't that what we've always been doing? Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough. But it's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
Ah,
So the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the fortress of Meropide. Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to yes, inside the opera house.
A riot?
Well, that's... Lady Farina was watching a performance at the opera house, and loudly accusing her of doing nothing. And before she could respond, the crowd continued to grow.
So people have started to put the blame on Farina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure.
I agree. People...
So what happened after that?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control, and the Marechaussee Phantom had their hands full maintaining order, and did not catch where Lady Farina had gone.
So...
That's right. The Marechaussee has That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. Good.
Don't worry, this is...
Is that...
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know Farina, she won't try to fix things. And as we also... When Nervillet was talking to her in the Palais, it would be hard for... Paimon thinks Farina's probably taken the opportunity to slip a... Huh. Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can... In that case, there's not a moment... This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible. Ah, that's Farina, right over there.
What was meant to happen did happen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but what can I even do? Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina.
So, it is you.
Farina, you were...
what do you mean, tear stains? Who did that uncivil... They even dare to doubt their Archon! I must teach... Oh, and I'm sure Neuvillette and those people from the Marechaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them, too.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after...
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are? They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they? That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
Farina just ran off! Quick, we have to catch up with her! This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
Paimon's exhausted.
I'm so tired. I totally thought they had caught me. No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
Yep, that's...
What's happening?
Yeah. A quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, did it?
It can't be.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Never...
Yeah, but the people of Poisson... It's true. I've been investigating. I once had informants all over TEYVAT, searching for... I've tried all kinds of ways, too, to hold back the sea. But all my efforts proved to be futile. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will... give up. Indeed. I thought fate is really unreasonable, but just now... it all became clear. As long as the final don't worry. Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but don't take any of what I just said.
Come on!
Cher, that's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone. A witness. Yes, I've heard that you came to TEYVAT from beyond the stars, yes. And if TEYVAT is in its entirety,
What's happening? Ah, she's in a court. They trapped her.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance. Now, without further ado...
So, this is what... Do not forget, however, that I am Focalor, the god of...
May I interpret these words as your in that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor.
You would draw your blade... I see. It seems like you have made up...
Paimon can't believe it.
What the heck is going on?
Wow. How...
Lady Farina.
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding.
Looking for excuse...
I raised my hands just now to I will admit. I'm sorry, everyone. You are not the only ones to be disappointed. But now, I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the this time. Applaud and rejoice. One of the most outrageous, mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon,
so deep it's crazy.
Focalor, will now begin!
Woohoo! Now we're... Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Also, even though she's still acting super dramatic...
All right, then.
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Is that so? Very well. Also, please allow me to ask, just how much work did you...
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president of the Spina di Rosula.
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates. They changed into plain clothes and came to the Opera House as regular audience members, waiting for the perfect opportunity to incite insurrection against you. The people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy is fulfilled. A spark was all we needed to turn. Moreover, according to our understanding and analysis of you, when something like that occurs, so we arranged for a second group.
So, you mean... the ones who scoured the settlement for me were all—
And their goal was to force you to step into the giant magic box so you may personally participate in the grip.
That's right. That house was a magic box, rather than someone's—
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Areneas. Its cargo, of course, was an Archon. My thanks, Farina. Without your help, we could never have pulled off such an— Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off. We had to select a location, construct the giant magic box, dig a tunnel, and open—
So, in other words, the earthquake—
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Then, I can guess you gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and made sure also that as soon as I
Yes, that is correct.
Well, Clorand, I must commend you for your courage. Only the most... As for you, Traveler, you'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived. Oh? It's fine. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this.
Sir Prosecutor, please allow me to pass. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received.
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's... Oh, let Paimon see. Wait. Then that means that... So in other words, we can refer to this anthology of evidence every time we want to use something from our... Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, all right?
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duels you took part in at the Opera House. That's one for the history books, all right. I didn't think that you'd wind up getting to the bottom of the case I'd been following all this time. This is the first time Monsieur Neuvillette had a difference of opinion with the Oratrice. Even the Hydro Archon can't figure it out. A Fatui Harbinger. She's an extraordinary person. The fortress of Meripede was almost destroyed. According to Monsieur Neuvillette, I nearly lost my... The words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can probably...
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Oh, come on. Just fast forward to the part where the prosecution lays out my offenses. Of course, it is only natural for humans to struggle to understand the actions of a...
That's true. But my charge here is unrelated to your conduct as an Archon. Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first...
Wait, what was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking her duty, but did I hear that right?
Charge accepted. Lady Farina. Lady Farina.
I plead not guilty. There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine.
Yeah, even though Lady Farina can be...
Yeah, I've never questioned her identity either. Sure.
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. If you wish to drop the case, I can promise you as the god of justice.
An argument with near impossible odds, huh? You have to not only refute Farina's claims, but also overturn the long...
Well, I tried to give you the chance to surrender. And if I was not the Archon...
First of all, you may be a member of another long-lived race, which would allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger...
A curse? I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble the type of... But in light of this claim, perhaps what I sensed was not your divinity, but a curse.
Neverlet sensed it too, huh?
Lady Farina is actually a human?
Well, it is true that it's extremely difficult.
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god, for centuries, manifestations, one need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera.
Reference the Oratrice. But weren't you as confused as all the rest of us when the Oratrice declared Child to be guilty without any proof? Otherwise, you should have come up with a good explanation for that by now.
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the...
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder of your... While the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before all. You will prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges.
I never thought you'd use that kind of rhetoric against me.
That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Farina. I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules...
So, you neither knew why Child was declared guilty, nor did you, instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't...
The real Hydro Archon. It is true that I did not know why the Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day, but the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally. And you can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses. Seems like she's confident that we won't be able to produce proof that she has no...
My power as an Archon.
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared...
You don't need to go that far.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro?
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power from the faith. Thus did I give up all of my...
Isn't that?
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all their...
It seems like nobody's buying Farina's excuse.
Hey, come now, everyone. I'm still the same Farina you knew, please.
If what the prosecutor said is true...
Did she deceive all of us?
Enough. That's enough. Tell me then, if you have no evidence of another
Wow, she came up with yet another argument. can dissolve in water from the...
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use...
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution before addressing the court. Though you act in partnership with...
super sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. Including those... So, Miss Farina, would you dare to touch some of... If we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon, touching the seawater would have no effect. But if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, I do hope you'll act prudently and choose...
Navia from the Spina di Rasula. The Spina has...
If Lady Farina is indeed just a human, she's probably Fontainian like...
Lady Farina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution, as it falls outside the realm of...
Well, of course he had to tell her that. But refusing to participate is basically the...
She's just staring at the water without saying a single word.
What's going on? Is she...
Due to the inherent risk of the test, Lady Farina.
Hey!
I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! Will you believe me now? I really am!
Miss Siegewing? If you're present, Miss Siegewing.
Siege? Don't be nervous. It'll just take...
Please announce the results of your...
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was displaying She was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was
Thank you, Miss Siegewing. Lady Farina...
Oh, wait. What did she just say? I didn't get to...
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did originally prepare a direct sample of the seawater around Poisson. However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve. We don't want anyone...
Yeah, so out of regard for Farina's life, you secured a low... It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually...
I can't... Listen to me, everyone. Please think about it. How can you conclusively prove also, if I was really just... Please, everyone, anyone, just listen to me. I swear, I really am your Archon.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone.
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think there...
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone who's two-stepped against her now.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is... guilty. We shall now turn to the oratrice mécanique d'analyse. According to the judgment of the oratrice mécanique de...
Well, what's wrong? What's the...
No, the oratrice also...
Isn't that correct?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus. The Hydro Archon, to be punished via the...
That's actually one of the available sentences? I've always thought that it was just...
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court. And it's been given to the very person we've worshipped.
Furina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice? We just...
This outcome is indeed quite strange. According to Fontaine, is this sentence really appropriate for the...
Yeah! Even Fauché wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice. You know, the real evil mastermind behind the...
Indeed. Not only is Furina's sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today was also to prove that Furina has never... But now, the Oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of the Hydro Archon.
That's weird.
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial
Fremine! Huh, you finally made it.
Mm-hmm. Any
Is that the first prophet? Huh. So the name private...
I looked everywhere and finally found it at the bottom. But has the trial already concluded? Then... doesn't that...
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to review the... Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates.
Huh? So what do you see? What is it?
I believe I have now made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime. It has to do with Fontaine.
Huh? Isn't the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving her people? Oh, wait, no, that's Furina, and we've already proven that she's not the Hydro Archon. So when you say Hydro Archon, do you mean the real Hydro Archon we've been kinda talking about?
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can... However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
Okay, let's try to recall the... The first stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to show the previous Hydro Archon using her divine power. Does that mean that Fontainians are transformed Oceanids? The second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydro Archon and her people worship. This must be the point when the Hydro Archon and the Fontainians were branded with their original sin. The third slate shows the Hydro Archon seeking it. That reminds Paimon Dick. Well, the fourth slate is the prophecy the Fontainians have been taught. They didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen.
We know from the case of the serial disappearances of young, and the first stone slate tells us that long ago, this might be the reason that Fontaine...
I haven't seen it yet, but I'll be playing it, if not tomorrow, on Sunday. I'll try to see how it is. It's for all weekend, so a lot of people like it, so it would probably be nice.
Perhaps what is about to take place has all happened before. The true sin of the Hydro Archon and the original sin cast down on the people. It's not as simple as falling into the sea. When the stone slates show the people gathered around the Hydro Archon in the sea. The prophecy from the stone slates found its way into society. The fortress of Meropide was nearly flooded with primordial seawater, which we know can cause Fontaine if we hadn't dealt with it in time.
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea, but won't cease to exist. The Hydro Archon was sentenced to... Navia fell into the water inside those... The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress... The stone slate's content can all be verified by recent events. Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now, but then it feels like...
Let's hear them.
Incredible.
Yo, Princess, what's up?
All Fontainians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as their base. The evidence for that can be found in how only Fontainians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vacher dissolved were also turned into Oh, and according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial. All of them in the shape...
Indeed.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first slate that she probably anchored Celestia by creating humans without prior permission. That could also explain why the Oratries judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient...
The Hydro Archon's true sin?
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese. The twists of history.
Yeah! Isn't the image here just like when Navia fell in? So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once the prophecy has been fulfilled in the fourth? In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters. Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much you still don't know, it is However, while you were able to decode all the information on the slates, when we were at the ruins, I tried to decipher the hidden information. Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make enough. I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontainians and the sin of the Hydro Archon. In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire to become of a similar kind. However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, the Hydro Archon, as one of the seven, did not possess the authority to create a new form of human life. Not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial sea. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanid's blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics. But if Fontainians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial restraints. Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race, and thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history.
So you...
That's way too much information for me. Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death?
This really might be too much information for your...
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stone slates was inaccurate. The slates' respective positions are, in fact, correct. A key point of the visual on the third slate is how all the individuals depicted in the water are... They have not been dissolved, which implies that the nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of Trials and Justice. And you may also recall Navia's experience when she fell into the... Therefore, that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the Court of Justice. Yes,
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, even though we decided to put on this trial to avoid... In truth, everything we've done has happened
What should we do?
Huh. No matter what.
If that's the case, does that mean this...
Traveler, I would like to point out another small fact about the fourth slate. You probably thought that the eruption of primordial sea... However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that As for the root cause of the catastrophe, This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come.
It was both dream.
If we're talking about a true culprit, that could...
The truth, the original sin.
I finally unlocked the thing. So unlocked the thing as a child.
That was way too close! How did that thing just burst into the Opera House? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your dream?
So we've met it at last. I understand very well that whale does not belong to TEYVAT. It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial... And once it has finished
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontainians out of
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontaine. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it is...
We just barely managed to push it back, right?
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. From the way he looked, he must have been...
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with... Anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the...
It is too late. It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we... Even if the entirety of TEYVAT were to be destroyed, it could still survive.
We've already done everything we've come so...
Indeed.
I'll fight it to the end.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
The prophecy. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as ultimately fake.
What's happening with the oratories?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Furina!
Yeah, we go to save her.
No, I still need answers.
Who's this? Ergina?
You.
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is...
You are not Furina.
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt...
Fusolo.
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But the heavenly principle...
Deceiving the...
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful,
Fred also.
wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous. She knew full well that and as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather... I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I had to outwit the heavenly principles. I'm a genius, I know. I can only... Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the... But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids?
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. And after becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit. leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past. The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess. But in my eyes, Furina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in anyway, so that's all part of the plan, of course. Do you still remember the final scene of the in order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invite under the curse I placed on her. So long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the... I suppose now you probably understand why...
But Furina is only... Even though she has had a long life, her mind is... I cannot begin to...
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me, it's been fine, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely...
Into the wind. Follow the wind.
Oh? Who permitted you to come onto this stage? Now, all right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. Just... I am Focalor. The eyes of countless Fontainians are upon me. Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Now you shall perish!
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Order guide. Stabilize.
Wind strike. Illusion shattered.
She's so sad.
Furina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you.
Wait a moment. You're... Mirror me? How can this be?
Mirror
me.
the prophecy.
What prophecy?
the people will all be dissolved into the water.
Oh.
What's going on? I can't...
Yes, it will. And that is why...
But doesn't that mean everyone will die?
Oh, don't worry. I will tell you how to...
Oh, so there's as for the suffering. Well, but if the prophecy will come true, if there were scales, with all the people of Fontaine on one side...
I suppose this would also be... Huh? Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let and if you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy.
But how will I...
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into being a human yourself. I'm sure, remember, your true challenge will...
I'm so...
To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for... But I promise you...
A trial. The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession. What should I say to most appear like a god? Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclade. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Farina de Fontaine, your new... In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god. As the god Focalor, the god of justice, once again, thank you all for coming. I thought I might stammer, but
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity...
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest.
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen.
Wait, what's going on? Why, right? Mirmi said that calm down, Farina. Think assertive, with a strong sense of presence. Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this. Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it... Now then!
So that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera?
Personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech. My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your... We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. The scales of justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its god. On one side, it must. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires. And there is no trouble in this world that justice cannot solve. All that what is needed is for you, my people. So long as I, the Archon Focalor, stand within the Opera Epiclese, so long as I stand before the Oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of this.
Lady Farina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the...
Come now, was I not just at... Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
If I may be so impertinent...
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all things. How could you hope...
That's true, I fear I lack the ability to...
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your...
Lady Farina, I don't know what to say. Thank you.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Oh, I'm afraid that's just an... All right. Deuteria is...
He is doing much better now. In fact, he is far more of an ardent believer than I. He was the one who
Oh, good.
Oh, you're such a...
Lady Farina, here are the latest hydrological reports. As for the...
I see. It's as I thought then. As your god, all manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come.
Well, as I understand it...
Really?
I'm...
Oh, is that so? The day is finally over, but it's good to see that everything's getting on track. Maybe this is fine. I just...
Lady Farina, here are the new trial reports for the latest...
There'll be no need for that.
Lady Farina, I've...
Indeed, my dear loyal...
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant hydrological...
Understood. Keep monitoring. I feel utterly...
Totally horrific and sad thing for her.
Lady Farina, I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame Dioter.
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful What is it?
Are you crying?
Huh? Oh, really now? I didn't even... This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the water.
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation.
Crazy.
So interminable. So long.
Hundreds of years must have passed by now. I never imagined. Have I really want to tell someone? I have conducted so many investigations across the centuries. But there's not even a sliver of hope that we might break the prophecy. All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain.
Farina, you don't have to show, although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone.
Share, that's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my...
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, just share it with me.
witness. And if TEYVAT is in its entire... He's right. I could confide in him, couldn't I? But if things don't play out... No, Farina. You shouldn't be selfish. But what if... Farina, you've worked so hard for so long. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide your frustration. If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, it might never come by again. Think about it long and hard. No, I have nothing to say. I am Farina, the Archon of Fontaine. Everything will... All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
Fine.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth?
Yes, it had to be done. She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, it seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works. But that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine?
Ah, good. Of course the Iudex of Fontaine has... I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine, yes?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the court. It now seems that that person was you. Hidden...
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this device still In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact... Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the oratories take... I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful my work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium with it. But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority has been, had to be.
It was all a part of your plan then.
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia, had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the oratory, but only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia, and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But...
Oh, what? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
all you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked. Hydro Dragon. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just, speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice... So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontainians as humans and their right to in other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on. That should add to this point. We, whether it Iudex Nervillet, the highest judge in our land.
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve at last. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of you are deep things being as they are. Surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervillet. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Iudex Nuvelet, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Both sides.
What was that bright light? Some sort of...
But since we're all...
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that... I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means. And now we should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help the root of the calamities befalling Fontaine. Come with me, Traveler.
Solidify!
Wind strike! Clouds high! The birds call! There is no escape!
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility, and chance will present itself.
Stabilize!
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but... oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime. Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to...
That power.
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right? It's just that he gave us the impression that she was, less...
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world, so you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. All in all, if...
Miss Skirk...
The point being...
Well, being that this pet, so what sort of person is your master? Well, Child's master's...
Oh, right. His name is Sertologi.
Huh?
I am unfamiliar.
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous. How should I... Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary? Vetterfulnir, then? Or Gold Rhindaughter?
Ooh, that one we've heard. Rhindaughter's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhindaughter. They're both
Wait! Didn't you also mention a visionary?
Actually, never mind that. I believe that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fight. Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the Fontaine back on the surface has most... In other words, the prophecy that you've been...
What?
Not to worry. Focalor has already meant...
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Furina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Everyone's so...
Hey! Help! Over here!
All hands, initiate emergency rescue!
Hurry! Hey, lend a hand!
Look! The water's receding!
It's a miracle!
proceeding?
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Are you right?
We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
Hold the line.
Almost finished. Just need to free up Charlotte, and then we'll finish this class.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
The soul renewed. The Sweet attacks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Snap. Skyship Winglet, Lunar Brain of the Fontaine Research Institute. The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have people always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter... Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia?
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The Steambird's idea was pretty simple. With the disaster, just the value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true flying ship, while Navia is leading people in the reconstruction of their home.
Paimon's curious too!
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me. You're the best incubators of news, if you haven't noticed. And also, with you around, I'm sure I'll get to see that Duke.
Are you sure? Hasn't he turned you down several times already?
Oh, this time will be different. Come on! Let's head to Poisson first, and then make a trip to the fortress. There are some things you'll only know when you get there.
Oh, it's you.
Hey, we're just having a...
I'm here to update myself on how...
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snežević. Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as...
That would be fine.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction.
Huh?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here to help me out.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson.
Wait, just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know...
Forget it.
I see you're the same as always.
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Or of the Traveler. It's better.
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then everyone who...
How did it go? Was it a good shot?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to... Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections.
Wow, you...
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the fort.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess.
That's a...
In truth, Monsieur Neville, I told him that it was...
You're right. I've got...
Stay safe now. And...
Almost finished.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
Looks like you've been missing it.
Dude, did you come all the way to the entrance to greet us?
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss Charlotte, whom our good head nurse recommended to me.
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my visit to the fortress, sir.
No need to thank me.
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way. It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want...
Sir, please.
But
No, I just...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. The boat that brought about a miracle. The ark that saved... Still, if I might ask...
Looks like Charlotte.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our family.
Really? Well, then in that case...
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps...
Did you really have to use the word cup? Well, then, too so...
Is my hair messed up?
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try?
Ah, see...
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Sure.
Huh? Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the...
Same old, as you can see.
Other than that flying ship.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through.
You're too kind, sir.
I see. Lots of things.
He sure did win.
I'll tell them that there's good news.
Oh.
What change can there be? As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave...
Hey, everyone. The photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go.
There'll be a next...
Maybe. Who knows? All right. Last stop, the docks. Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Lim...
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte.
Would you like a magic pocket? What sort of gadget? It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. Trick a friend. You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is this...
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact?
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine social.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist...
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future,
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out.
Lynette, could you come over?
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized that Father says that you did a great deal during the latest event.
That's all right.
Oh, I guess after Lady Farina left, Father and Monsieur Nervilette opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
A diplomatic gift?
Yes, I was quite surprised at first myself. It could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Child. Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine and
Well, that's true, but this is a gnosis...
I would agree, but I've also heard that...
so there's some reason...
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself.
Isn't he real busy? But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the...
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a...
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of...
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father!
Well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the Traveler by chance. Please do not pay...
Are you going to take the no suspect.
That is our duty as... Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. With such a grand goal in mind, switching my masks is something I've... Well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows. As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners. A vision?
And that's a wrap for me. Huh?
Greetings, Miss Journalist. That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like. The sea breeze is quite pleasant.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled...
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, traveler, Paimon.
To move things about?
That's right. Funny. I guess this must be luck. All right, then.
Well, guess we sent Charlotte out. Shall we go see how Neverlette's doing? I've probably not...
Time to go. Time to go.
The entrance to the fortress! Ooh, he really is there! So, you really are here, Neverlette! Paimon didn't think you were going to have...
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have... In any case, you came at a good time. I was...
Aw, Paimon's glad that you remember. Alright, let's have it then. How was fun?
It is strange how...
Whoa. So that's what happened? Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power, but Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did.
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontainians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordials, but so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontainians became true humans.
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true. Yeah, and in a manner of speaking, Focalor finally managed to fulfill the...
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I have investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him. As for the judgment passed by the... Whether it was due to that liability by association, or Focalor deliberately using him...
Guess Focalor had Fontainians in mind the whole time. Hang on a second. Paimon's back when Fontainians hadn't yet become real humans. Were the children...
Life has always flowed like water.
Yeah, Lynette said the fountain is where all the water...
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new...
Paimon sorta gets it now.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Yeah, about that.
Ah, Lady Farina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left. I related Focalor's words to her faithfully and completely. She simply said that having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the opera house. You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that, in truth, I am somewhat happy for her. But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalor the Hydro Archon.
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full power?
After Focalor passed on, this matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful consideration,
Looks like you're still considering stuff.
as an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, as such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. The duty of Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that
That's true. That power was derived from the P-Blade, but the various mechs and machines.
as I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute.
Wow. This ain't.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, that's right.
Leaving aside their intentionality, their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least the Oratrice, has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more, and I do not need the Gnosis' power. As such, it has lost all meaning. If the Fatui have impure designs, we might as well accede to their request now.
What complicated considerations?
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. You will soon be heading to Natlan. I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide. As far as I'm aware,
A nation of dragons?
No, I suspect that I would not. Unlike ancient dragons, such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years. Natlan is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands. There is one other piece of information I got incidentally. The harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his...
Captain. Sounds like a real.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before... Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hang on a sec. When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned we guessed that there might be some.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatu. So regarding this specific issue, I was just... In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Well, we're going to head topside to see.
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer... I can finally catch the scent of your power. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to... I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
I do not know what...
Of course, you should have the remains of the third descender on your...
Remains?
Huh. According to your parlance, I believe it may...
Well, that much is true. After Fossil... But I fear I have never heard of it described in the...
I've been training with my master, the Foul, ever since I was young. And I have never... It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune. To live in itself is a blessing. But once a...
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These are just my...
This third descender you refer to...
Master never mentioned them to... If you're interested, though, I could ask...
Next time, you believe we will...
I do. Wait. I have a...
Where, but okay.
That's what she told me.
The remains of. So that's what the Gnosis actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess.
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or...
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check.
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting... I guess that you might already be familiar with it. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed. I wonder.
Like being able to use elemental powers without a... No, let's not be comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender. That's what you say, but this topic still... Once child recovers, let's get some more answers.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking.
Alright. What else?
Yes. All of Focalor's efforts were for this moment.
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god. And she suffered through all those years as a human. Was that really what she wanted?
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls fairly. And what, ultimately, is the difference between the...
Finished. Quite a bit of quests left. It's another awkward quest. Let's go kill him real quick.
Gather!
There is no escape!
Rest and rebuild!
Shine down!
Stabilize!
As one with wind and cloud! Wind strike!
Gather!
There is no escape! Ha!
This is order! Stabilize! Solidify!
Illusion shattered!
Allow me!
Gather!
Torn to oblivion! Wind strike! Fallen leaves! Adorn my night!
Rest and rebuild!
Wind Strider! There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! Ha!
Hold the line!
Time to go.
As one with wind and cloud!
Time to go.
Allow me!
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish!
Stabilize. Order guide you.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Wind strike! Shine down!
Hold the line!
Solidify.
Illusion shattered! Shine down!
Alright, so that's it. At least on Fontaine's part. We have other things to do, which we will also be doing in the future. Thanks for watching, and we will be back soon. Take care. Bye.